Hello and welcome to this edition of Cooking with Chef Express. I'm Jan Thompson Goldsmith, and today we'll be featuring a recipe from the Cheese Please cookbook. It's really very simple, and then we're going to put a little mixed berry coulis at the end, which makes it look beautiful, and we're going to try some fun designs with that a little later. But first of all, when we start with the Camembert cheese, we mix it with some egg, some flour, and pistachio nuts. Put it in the oven, that's all that is. And then we go to the mixed berry coulis, and we'll be using some strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, a little lemon juice, some sugar, a little bit of salt, and we're gonna try something with some heavy whipping cream also. So there we go with the ingredients. Now we're gonna get started with the Camembert so we can put that in the oven and then get to the fruit coulis. Okay, the first thing we do is just take the little round piece of Camembert, dip it in the egg all over on both sides. And then we just stick it in the flour. Same thing for the flour. All over, because we are going to be attaching the pistachio nuts to this. And then we dip it back in the egg one more time. And then, once this is covered all over, we have to stick the pistachio nuts. We pour them out of a platter, and then take the cheese, both sides. Then we have to roll it all around. It's a little messy. I think rolling it around on the outside first might be a good idea. Get the corners covered. Once you get all the pistachio nuts around it, we put it into a 400-degree oven for just about 10 or 15 minutes or until it gets soft. You know your own oven, how hot it is, so you might want to check it occasionally. Okay, now we're going to heat up the berries for the mixed berry coulis. And one of the reasons we do that is to have the sugar dissolve really well. I have about 5 or 6 ounces of each of the berries in here, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, about 5 tablespoons of sugar, and then a 1/4 cup of water. You can always add more if you need it. And then we just want to turn this on a medium heat and simmer, stirring it all up. And we're doing this so that the sugar can dissolve very nicely. So once it comes to a nice simmer, then we just want to cook it for about another minute, just to make sure everything is dissolved and the fruit starts to get warm. This is a mixed berry coulis. You can also have a raspberry coulis or whatever kind you like. It comes from the Latin word colare, which means to strain, and that's where the word colander comes from. So as soon as we take this off the heat, we are going to put it through a food processor, and then we have to put it through a mesh strainer to get all the seeds out. So just use a spatula to stir it around a little. It does take a bit of time getting all of the juice to drain from the seeds, but the taste is worth the effort. Okay, once you have it all strained, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Stir it up. And then taste it and see if you like the sweetness. If not, this would be the time to add more sugar. That's pretty good, so I think we're going to leave it. Some plastic wrap on it, put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. After the berries have cooled in the fridge, you can use an icing tool, a pastry bag, or your own creative ideas for making a decorative design. If using whipping cream, just make sure it's the same consistency as the coulis, and then after dotting, run a toothpick or a chopstick down the center to form hearts. Okay, there we go. This really looks good enough to eat. I can't wait to taste it. It's our Camembert with pistachio nuts and mixed berry coulis, which we had a little fun with, just drizzling around the plate, and you can just go to town with that too. And until next time, thank you so much for joining us at Chef Express.